Good day, everyone. This is Grace Wong Ling Xin. I am currently a master's student at the National University of Malaysia, and today I would like to talk about the techniques that I use to understand and memorize the typology of language learning strategies as offered by Oxford 1990. So, first off, I would like to talk about the application that I have used to record my explanation on the topic that I mentioned just now. So the website that I have chosen to do my recording is Screencast-O-Matic. I chose this website because of its user friendliness and its ease to maneuver around the site. All we have to do is just sign in using our Google account, and then we will have to download a web launch recorder which will fall into our selected folder such as this. So once we are ready to record, we just double click the icon and voila, we are good to go. So this is why I chose the website. So without further ado, let me proceed and explain how I memorize Oxford's classification of language learning strategies. So in this PDF file, as you can see, it is very wordy. Although there are numbers and bullet points, I still find it hard to digest all this information. Therefore, my habit is that, and my technique is that I will transfer all this information into a mind map. So since we are technologically advanced now, in this era of technological advancement, so I have used the website of Mindomo to help me create a mind map that is my understanding and memorization of the typology. So as you can see, I have created this very basic and simple mind map. It doesn't take more than 5 minutes. So these are the typology of language learning strategies, and the relationships of different key elements and different ideas becomes very clear now, as opposed to the wordy PDF file that I have just now. So the next step that I take in order to better understand the typologies of LLS by Oxford is I try to comprehend the different key elements, especially the main topics. There are two types of main topics. I try to understand their meaning, and by looking at the branches of ideas that fall under them. For example, if I look at direct, I try to look at memory strategies, cognitive strategies, and compensation. And by that, I find out that the common idea that is apparent across all these three branches of ideas is that they are directly involved with our brain. We have to memorize using our brain, we have to do our cognitive thinking using our brain, and we have to compensate using our brain as well. So direct is related to brain. So indirect, on the contrary, should not be related to brain. So let me see if they are related or not. Metacognitive, okay, this is more about planning and organizing your thinking process. This is about your emotion, affective, and this is about social aspects where you talk and interact with other people. So my theory stands that direct is more related to brain and indirect is more not related to brain. So this may not be correct, but it is only my personal technique in remembering and understanding the different branches. So for direct, there are three strategies under direct strategies. There are memory strategies, cognitive, and also compensation. So I try to understand all these three, and then I try to understand about the metacognitive, affective, and also social strategies as well. And after that, I will take the next step in trying to memorize them, which is I will create mnemonics to help me to memorize them better, which means that I will take the first letter of different key ideas and try to create a phrase that is catchy enough, or a sentence that is simple and catchy enough to help me memorize the different elements. So there is M, the letter M, and there is the letter C, and there is the letter C. However, I realized that because there are two repeated letters in the mnemonics, it may confuse me during when I try to extract the memory out of to be used in my daily life. So my strategy is that I, instead of taking only the first letter, I take the first syllable in helping me to memorize them better. So here is COG, C-O-G, I take C-O-G, and here is COM, I take C-O-M. And as for here, for indirect, there are M, A, S. So there is not much of a problem because they are all very different letters. So here is my mnemonics to memorize Oxford's language learning strategies typology. So we have six key elements falling under direct and indirect. The first three is direct, the second three is indirect. So these are the little phrases that I use to memorize the typology better. So for M, I have the word Mary. Here I have corgi. It can be a nonsense word. It can be a word that doesn't have any meaning. For in this case, this is a name. Mary, corgi, and call me. Use, MAS. So MAS stands for MAS, our Malaysia airline. So maybe they want to travel to other countries, we never know, but this is the mnemonics that I use. So Mary, corgi, call me, use, MAS. So let's see if I can memorize them well. So under Oxford, we have direct and we have indirect. And under direct, let me recall, we have Mary, corgi, and then call me, use, MAS. So now I will try to remember the meaning of direct. Direct is about brand. So brand, we use our brain to memorize. We use our brain to do cognitive thinking. We use our brain to compensate. So compensation strategies. How about indirect? Indirect is not so related to brain. More, it is about metacognition, because we actually plan our thinking. It is about affective, about our emotions, and it is about social. So let me see if my answer is correct or not. Yeah, I think it is almost all correct. Yeah. So these are the techniques that I use to actually memorize and understand the language learning strategies by Oxford 1990. So that's all from me. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening, and thank you for watching.